Have you ever wondered how over 3 million tons of jackfruit, harvested annually, are transformed into the golden, crispy chips that we love around the world? The incredible journey begins beneath the lush canopy of jackfruit orchards, where giant fruits sway in the sunday. From there, they're carefully harvested by skilled hands and transported to modern factories. It's here that automated machinery and expert technicians work in harmony to peel, slice, and dry the fruit, turning it into the sweet, fragrant, and crunchy snack that's taking the world by storm. Today, we're going to dive into the world of these enormous fruits and uncover the secrets behind how they become the delicious golden treasure sweeping the globe. Thailand, often considered a jackfruit paradise, produces nearly 400,000 tons of this giant fruit each year. It's a staple in the country's vibrant floating markets, where sellers trade from small wooden boats, but the real craze is a global phenomenon. A decade ago, most Americans had never even seen a jackfruit. Now, it's a cornerstone of plant-based cuisine. Young jackfruit is celebrated for its fibrous texture and ability to absorb flavor, making it the perfect vegan substitute for pulled pork or roasted chicken. Many people confuse the large, spiky appearance of jackfruit with durian, but they couldn't be more different. Durian is the rock star of tropical fruits, known for its powerful aroma that people either adore or despise. Jackfruit, on the other hand, is a gentle, sweet, and approachable fruit, a welcoming guest at any table. What about you? Do you prefer the bold flavor of durian or the sweet taste of jackfruit? The journey of a jackfruit begins with a tiny seed, carefully selected from a perfectly ripe fruit. The seed is given a light protective spray and then covered with another layer of fiber to retain moisture. After 5 to 7 days, the hard shell cracks open, revealing a small root, a bright sign of life. Once the seedlings are ready, farmers get to work, gently digging small holes, planting the seeds, and covering them with loose, airy soil. A final layer of dry straw is sprinkled on top to protect the delicate green sprouts from the scorching sun and heavy rain, ensuring they can grow up healthy and strong. When the young jackfruit plants are ready, a crucial step called grafting begins. Farmers carefully select healthy buds from mother trees, known for producing exceptional fruit. These buds are then skillfully attached to the young seedlings and sealed with a thin plastic film. In about 7 to 10 days, if the grafted shoots are a vibrant green, the plastic wrap is removed. These successful grafted plants are then chosen and planted in the soil to begin their journey toward producing fruit. After 3 to 5 years of careful watering, fertilizing, and pest control, mature jackfruit trees yield their first fruits. While the initial harvest might be small, it's a promising sign that the trees have adapted successfully and are ready for a long, fruitful life. Come September, the orchards turn a vibrant golden hue. Plump, fragrant jackfruits emerge from their leafy canopy, signaling that it's finally harvest season. But knowing when a jackfruit is ripe isn't always obvious. A mature jackfruit will have deeper green leaves, a yellowish outer skin, softer spikes, and sap oozing from its stem. Fruits between 10 and 30 kilograms, suited for commercial harvesting, show these characteristics. Each jackfruit is wrapped in a green mesh bag to protect it from insects, sunshine, and physical damage during its final growing stages. Workers use long-handled, razor-sharp equipment to harvest hundreds of jackfruits per day in vast orchards. Through dense foliage, the blade cuts quickly and precisely, bringing down even the largest jackfruits overhead. Every cut must be precise to avoid damaging the fruit's skin or breaking sensitive branches. Only experienced growers, typically with over a decade of expertise, can tell when a fruit is perfectly sweet and when it needs more sunlight. However, jackfruit harvesting is difficult. Farmers use solid ladders and cautious branch climbing to reach fruits over 3 meters high. Once near, they must travel carefully across limbs to avoid damaging young branches. After positioning, They cut the stem and slowly lower the fruit with attention and strength, never letting it fall freely, because a single impact could bruise the flesh, scrape the skin, and lessen its worth. Farmers in Klong, central Thailand, have developed a novel harvesting method for canal-side orchards. They sliced and dropped big apples into the canal, instead of carrying them. They use boats to grab the floating jackfruits and quickly transfer them to bustling floating markets. Freshly harvested, vibrant jackfruits are carefully loaded onto pickup trucks and motorbikes for collection. They are carefully trimmed leaves and stems to improve their look. After preparation, these beautiful jackfruits move to crowded markets or processing companies to be dried into delicious jackfruit. Before visiting the dried jackfruit processing business, let's visit the lively jackfruit market, where buyers and sellers enthusiastically haggle and exchange golden ripe fruits. The smell of jackfruit sap and the sound of knives swishing fill the air. Jackfruit cutters skillfully hold thin, long-bladed knives, pre-greased with cooking oil to prevent sap from sticking. The tough, prickly rind rips open with one cut. Then, each golden, plump jackfruit part is revealed. These are immediately deseeded, fibrous sections removed, and neatly packed into plastic boxes or trays for transport. In Thailand's fruit paradise, Chatuchak, thousands of jackfruits are consumed every day and cut into handy quantities for tourists and residents. The last jackfruit goes another way. It works in modern processing plants instead of bustling markets. Workers store sweet jackfruit immediately upon reaching at the factory. Here, jackfruit is weighed and categorized by use. After being weighed, the jackfruit is cleaned to remove transit dust. Jackfruits then undergo seed and fiber removal. For food safety, workers must follow hygiene rules before starting this stage. They must wash their hands with a disinfectant containing at least 70% alcohol. Avoid force when working with jackfruits. Though heavy at 30 kilograms, each fruit's flesh is delicate. A modest mishandling can damage segments and reduce product quality. Workers utilize daily sharpened, thin-bladed knives to carefully maneuver around the fibrous core and seeds, retaining the fruit's luscious texture. This step sounds easy, but it requires practice. New workers need 1 to 2 weeks to master seed removal without hurting the flesh. Professionals can process approximately 500 kilograms of jackfruit every day with speed and accuracy to meet high standards. After cleaning and segmenting, jackfruit is rapidly frozen at 35 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius for 2 to 4 hours. This method retains moisture and flavor, delivering the optimum texture for crisp, sweet dehydrating. A vacuum fryer, which operates at 80 to 90 degrees Celsius under low pressure, fries the jackfruit after freezing. Jackfruit retains its shape, color, and flavor by slowly evaporating moisture under controlled conditions. This approach produces crispy, non-greasy, totally intact pieces since the oil circulates continuously during frying and is completely removed afterward. After frying, jackfruit is centrifuged to remove oil. In a 1,200 to 5,000 RPM spinning chamber, centrifugal force removes oil from jackfruit chunks. This procedure makes the product lightly crispy, non-greasy, and golden, while extending its shelf life. After oil removal, jackfruit is chilled on a conveyor belt to manage temperature and moisture before packaging. Vacuum frying produces crunchier, prettier, and tastier jackfruit than drying. Out of habit, many people call it dried jackfruit instead of vacuum-fried jackfruit, despite the processing difference. After cooling, jackfruit undergoes quality inspection. Workers visually inspect each section and discard any that are charred, fractured, discolored, or unsuitable for size. Packaging receives selected jackfruit segments. Each crispy slice is packed in moisture-resistant, airtight pouches to prevent dampness from entering. Even after long-term storage, this protective covering keeps jackfruit crunchy. Each bag weighs 100 to 200 grams, making it easy to eat and preserve. The gas flushing system, which pumps nitrogen into the bag before sealing, is important, yet sometimes disregarded. Nitrogen stabilizes the jackfruit's golden color, prevents oxidation, and extends its shelf life without preservatives. This careful packaging preserves vacuum-fried jackfruit's crisp texture and flavor for 6 to 12 months. From my perspective, the journey of jackfruit from orchard to vacuum-fried snack reflects a remarkable blend of agricultural tradition and food processing innovation, yet it also reveals opportunities and responsibilities for the industry. On one hand, the efficiency of the supply chain, from precise harvesting methods to advanced dehydration technology, is impressive. The ability to preserve flavor, color, and texture without chemical additives speaks to the value of pairing natural produce with modern engineering. This is not just about creating a marketable snack. It's about elevating a tropical fruit into a globally appreciated, shelf-stable product that retains much of its original character. However, the sector faces important challenges. Jackfruit farming, particularly in regions like Thailand, depends heavily on experienced manual labor for grafting, harvesting, and initial processing. This skill dependency is a strength in terms of quality, but it also creates vulnerability if labor shortages arise or working conditions fail to attract new generations of farmers. Furthermore, as demand for jackfruit, both as a snack and a plant-based meat substitute, grows worldwide, there is a risk of overexploitation, leading to monoculture farming and reduced biodiversity in producing regions. In my view, the way forward should involve integrating sustainability with scale. This could include encouraging diversified orchards to protect ecosystems, adopting renewable energy in processing plants, and introducing ergonomic, semi-automated tools to support rather than replace skilled workers. Smallholder farmers, who often produce exceptional fruit, should have greater access to shared processing facilities and fair trade agreements to ensure that profits are more evenly distributed along the supply chain. Ultimately, jackfruit's rise is more than a food trend. It is an example of how global tastes can shape agricultural economies. If managed thoughtfully, this golden, crispy delicacy can remain not only a commercial success, but also a model for balancing tradition, technology, and environmental stewardship.